Well, it looks like our clock has rolled over to 10 o'clock, so we are ready to start with our break tonight. We've got a lot of stuff happening, but it's all pretty quick. Nothing's going to take us a terribly long time tonight. It's lots of memorabilia with a couple of box breaks that are cards mixed in there as well. But as usual, before we get started with breaking, there is some information to go over. First thing to note there, my feedback is completely automated on eBay. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return. So you never have to wait on me. That's the benefit to you in that scenario, because goodness knows I never seem to be caught up. And second thing, most important thing you see there is to say thanks. I appreciate everybody who shows up and watches the break, bids, participates, chats. In whatever capacity you choose to join, I am glad to have you. Next up, we're going to take a look at the things that are already listed on eBay coming up in the days ahead. Tomorrow, we've got a little bit more memorabilia to do. You'll see there's a mini helmet and an autographed jersey. We're also going to start some Series 2 baseball in the hobby case. Not the jumbo this time, but the hobby, which is a little different configuration in terms of number of boxes, number of hits, that sort of thing. On Monday night, we will do an autographed basketball jersey, a full-size football helmet, a baseball jersey, a full-size baseball batting helmet, some more Series 2 hobby. Tuesday, I'm going to take off, make sure everything is caught up before Wednesday, because we've got a boatload of stuff coming out this upcoming week. Inception baseball, encased basketball, elite football, all coming out Wednesday, breaking Wednesday. On Thursday, we're going to open some Gold Rush Value Pack Baseball. It's a 12-pack case. I think there's 3 cards per pack, so 36 cards will be coming out of that. And then we'll open a half case of Stadium Club. It also comes out Wednesday, but obviously we're not breaking it until Thursday. On Friday, it's not listed yet, but Museum Collection Baseball comes out on Friday. We'll break into that Friday night, along with some of our other things that have come out in the week, in this upcoming week. It's going to be a busy one rolling into the 4th of July. This is the order that we're breaking in tonight. So it will be the autographed football jersey, 2010 plates and patches football, 12-13 and 13-14 timeless treasures basketball, the Hit Parade Series 2 three-peat basketball box, which is an autographed jersey, an autographed basketball, and an autographed picture, followed by the Hit Parade autograph full-size baseball bat. So that's the order we're going to go in. And all of that stuff that we're breaking tonight is all free shipping. So the thing you need to know about that is anytime you break with me and it's completely free shipping, look for it to go out the door somewhere 5, 6, 7 days, somewhere in that range after the auction ends. So right now I'm projecting it to ship out on Friday. Occasionally I get a little break in there where I can slide something in sooner than that. And if possible, I will do that, but kind of plan on Friday. And finally, all of the things we're breaking tonight, there is certainly a possibility that your team is not going to be pulled, which is, the case in a lot of breaks. And if that happens, you are still entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year and any series. I track that stuff for a rolling 90-day period. Normally what happens is this. The next time you do hit something, when you pull a card or an item, I will look back and see what else you have over the last 90 days where you did not pull something. I'll grab up all of those consolation cards. I will include them in the package where you did pull something, and it will all ship out together. So that's typically how it works. If you want that done differently and you want your consolation card sent to you right away, just like in a plain white envelope with a stamp, that's not a problem. Shoot me a message over on eBay. We will sort that out. So first up tonight, 2018 TriStar Game Day Greats Autograph Football Jersey. This is break number 17. And everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Saturday night, June 23rd. I think I had a typo in one of them where I said it was Friday, June 23rd. So sorry about that. It is all Saturday, the 23rd. And of course, you'll see a format that you're very familiar with probably by now, which is our team names are on the left and the eBay user ID of the winning bidder is across from it there on the right-hand side. A new spreadsheet will go up before the start of every break. So if you don't happen to be in this jersey break, you're still going to get a chance to see your name in lights up there momentarily. Last but not least, I am setting the focus manually. So When I do that, the background does go out of focus. I am aware that that happened, and that is by design, so don't worry. You don't have to adjust anything. We should still be able to see everything fine. And I see we have Bills and Coins, and Greg and Philip are all in chat tonight. Philip's in South Carolina. Greg is asking the breaking powers that be, the breaking gods in the universe, whatever you want to call them, to deliver him some hits. So we're going to do our best on that. Hey, and Phil's on. Phil is in Virginia. Hey, Phil. T.Y. Hilton for the Colts is our jersey tonight. I saw that blue and white and suspected we might have a Colt. Since the bag was already open, it's kind of a smaller bag than normal. We're going to just look at it like this. So there, of course, you see there's T.Y. Hilton's signature. There's a JSA authentication sticker. His name on the back. A JSA authentication card to match up with your sticker. I think this is custom. Yeah, I don't see any. There's no NFL logos or anything on it. So it is a custom T.Y. Hilton jersey for the Indianapolis Colts. When you receive this, if you have the Colts, please make sure that you find all of these little cards like this before you toss anything out. Because usually I fold those up in the jersey, but it's always possible that they shake loose and they're down loose in a bag or an envelope or something like that. And of course, we don't want them to get tossed out. So if it is the Colts, if you have the Colts in that, just make sure that you find those before you toss everything. Dorian Adams. Hi, Dorian. You are here for the next break, you said. So that must be 2010 plates and patches that you're geared up for tonight. I happen to be a fan of that one myself. All right. So, you know what? I better put this up just in case. So if you weren't logged in a moment ago, if you weren't looking up, you didn't hear me, you had it muted, whatever the case may be, please take a minute, look at the information you see there. It gives you a projected shipping date, and it also addresses consolation cards and how they work in case your team is not pulled in this or any other break that we do tonight. 2 boxes of 2010 Plates and Patches football, break number 30. Of course, it all ended tonight, Saturday night the 23rd. Same format. Teams on the one side, your name in lights on the opposite side. Many of you know, well, first of all, I think I hit the camera, didn't I? Yeah, kind of. Sorry about that. It's still a little crooked, but I'm probably going to hit it about 10 more times before the night's over. It seems like I always do when I open memorabilia. Anyway, many of you probably know with 2010 plates and patches, on the top of each box, we will have an encased rookie card. And by encased, I mean it's going to be in a one-touch magnetic holder sealed up inside there. And then we'll have another little box of cards inside that will have a variety of numbered inserts and or hits. And, of course, Plates and Patches is a series that I personally am a big fan of. Kind of always been a big fan of. And this is pretty crazy how these top cards are coming out of here. So I always look forward to opening Plates and Patches. Haven't opened it in a while, but glad to be getting back into it tonight. We're not going to save these checklists because if we do pull a redemption, I'm going to take us right to the Panini website and we will look it up and verify it on their website. So I'm not going to bother to hang on to those. And if we should happen to pull redemptions tonight, they will be expired. You do still want to redeem them in your Panini account, though, because guess what? If they still have a lot of this older stuff, and when they do, they'll send it out to you. Usually, I'd say within maybe 6 to 8 weeks on the older expired stuff. If they still have it, you'll have it within that time frame. If you haven't gotten anything within that time frame, safe to say they don't still have it. They will substitute another card. You just have to find a live person. I always recommend Twitter or Facebook. Every card in Plates and Patches will be numbered. This one is to 499 for the Bills. Then we have a base for the Titans to 499, Chris Johnson. Another base for the Titans. It is also to 499 with Vince Young. And then we have Matt Forte to $4.99 for the Bears. Followed by Corey Wooten, also for the Bears, to 100. Have you guys noticed that we seem to be pulling like we pulled 2 Titans, we pulled 2 Bears. We seem to be pulling things in pairs. Isn't that kind of crazy? Oh, and I see here Philly fan is looking for the Gronkowski rookie. Phil wants the Tebow rookie. And do you guys not want, nobody wants my Antonio Brown rookie? What in the world? This is numbered to 100, Lamar Houston for the Raiders. A City Limits insert for the Redskins to $299. That is Chris Cooley. An honors insert for the Cowboys, Tony Romo to $299. Another Matt Forte for the Bears, but this one's going to be a lot lower numbered. It is $250, as a matter of fact. And I will tell you what, guys, I have not myself personally, but in a break I bought into, I managed to grab an Antonio Brown rookie out of here. It was numbered to 25, no less. Corey Wooten, that is a sticker auto. It's for the Bears. It is to $449. I had to buy into a lot of breaks before I found it, I'll tell you that. Zach Robinson for the Seahawks, numbered to $549. Now, you notice he's in a Patriots uniform, right? But it's a Seahawk on the team information, and somewhere on here it probably says he was traded to the Seahawks. I don't know, somewhere on here it usually, there it is maybe. Well, no, it doesn't, but anyway, it goes to the Seahawks. That's the team that is designated on the card, so he was traded at some point along the way after the pictures were taken. Then we have Riley Cooper for the Eagles. Riley is to $449. Dorian is asking for one of the plates and patches boxes. You know what? Send me a message in eBay messages and we'll talk about that. I mean, obviously, you know, there are shipping costs and things involved with that. It would probably way too much to go the typical way, so we'd have to work out some things on that. This is Marty Gilliard. It's a nice 2-color patch. You've got a sticker auto. It is a rookie blitz. It's going to be a low number, and it is 3 of 25. I need to get out some thick card sleeves. And so there's a nice low numbered hit for the Rams. So yeah, basically, Dorian, of course, you know, as you saw there, I, you know, cut the seal and whatnot. I did not take any care with it, so you probably have some scratches and things on there. I also cut the plastic across the top, so the box is definitely going to have cut marks and things like that on it for sure. And then, of course, you know, just whatever additional shipping there is, we would, you know, I'd have to invoice you for that and that sort of thing. This definitely has an imperfection down here, lower right corner. You can kind of see that white on there. But it is a nice little Brett Favre relic, and it's for the Vikings rather than the Packers. The Vikings hitting the Brett Favre relic to $299 with the imperfect corner. And then we have Damian Williams for the Titans, another rookie blitz. That one is a relic to $299. I see a redemption coming up, which we'll take a look at here momentarily. But before we get to that, we have Jordan Shipley for the Bengals as our first encased card. You've got a relic, of course, then the signature, numbered to $699. Which, remember, back in 2010, you know, everything was numbered really high like that. And another for the Bengals. How about that? Both of our encased cards for the Bengals. Jermaine Gresham, and that is a 2-color patch. I imagine this is going to be a bit lower numbered. Well, it's not. It's also just $6.99. You just got lucky and got a much better patch, even though also numbered to $6.99. And here we have an Infinity Gold signature, card number 171. I'm going to bring you along with me. We're going to roll right over into the Panini website and look that bad boy up and find out where that goes. If any of you happen to not be familiar with it, Panini has all of their checklists online back to 2009. So it's super, super handy. And I'm a big fan of being able to go in there and look this stuff up. Infinity Gold signatures, right? Yeah. Okay. Card number 171. So we got to go way down here. Way to the bottom of the list. And it is for the Cardinals, Max, who does that say? Komar. It's a very low number. It's to 25. I just don't know who that player is, to be honest with you. Anyway, it is the Arizona Cardinals, and it is to 25. All right, so we're going to recap plates and patches. Our hits. I know that all the base cards and things are numbered too, but we're not going to recap the numbered base. We're just going to recap the hits. So our redemption, Cardinals to 25. Once again, I know it's expired. Put it in there anyway. You heard the little spiel earlier, I imagine. For the Titans to 299. A relic for the Vikings to 299. For the Rams, a relic and a signature to 25. The Eagles hit on a signature to 449. And this guy is in a Patriots uniform, but he is a Seahawk on the card. It is numbered to 549, and it goes to the Seahawks because that's the team that's on the card. And then we have Corey Wooten for the Chicago Bears to 449. Both of our encased cards went to the Bengals. It is Jermaine Gresham, 2-color patch to 699. And then Jordan Shipley to 699. So 2010 plates and patches 2-box break is finished up. That's going to bring us into some Timeless Treasures basketball. And Philly fan didn't hit. I'm sorry. And neither did Dorian. I'm sorry, guys. That's no fun. But looks like Bills and Coins hit some. So Bills and Coins is happy, and everybody else is kind of like, oh, man. I know. It's never as much fun when you don't hit. That's for sure. I know both sides of that coin. All right, what we are looking at right now, you've probably seen if you've been tuned in throughout, but if you happen to join in the middle or somewhere along the way, please glance up there, review the information that you see about your anticipated shipping date, as well as the consolation cards, the card or cards that you are entitled to if your team or teams do not hit tonight. 2012-13 and 2013-14 Timeless Treasures basketball. This is break number 21, where we have broken these together as a pair. And this is, of course, another thing that ended tonight, Saturday night, June the 23rd. Same format that you're familiar with. Teams on one side, bidders across from it. One thing to tell you about this, if you've done breaks with me before in basketball, you know I break a lot of 2012. You've probably heard this. If you haven't, here's the deal. There's a couple of things to note. The first one is every single 2012-13 basketball product that Panini put out, they added a promo pack of cards, like a bonus pack of cards called Kobe Anthology. There are 500 zillion of those floating around. Pretty much always, one time we had a hit. All the rest of the time they're base cards, and they're the same base cards that we hit over and over and over. So, if it is the base cards and nothing else, it doesn't go anywhere. Eventually it gets donated to like Ronald McDonald House, or take it to the Children's Hospital or whatever. If there is a hit in it, I will use random.org to award it from amongst all of the people who are in the break. Now, if you want to know how that sort of thing works, there's information about that down at the bottom of every single listing. It's down there in that area that is called Special Circumstances. And it specifically talks about bonus packs and promo packs and that sort of thing. So, hopefully everybody read that somewhere along the way, so this is not a surprise to you. But if you didn't read it and you would like to read it, that's where you can find it. And otherwise, yeah, just more base. And frankly, they're not even worth the cost of the envelope it would put them in to ship them, because there are so many of them out there, much less the postage. They're just a crazy number of them. The other thing, of course, about 12-13 is we have a double rookie class in here. That is Marc Gasol for the Grizzlies. That's because of the lockout in 2011-2012. So the 11-12 rookies are mixed in as rookie cards in with our 12-13 rookies. J.R. Smith for the Knicks. And DeJuan Blair for the Spurs. Our first hit out, look at that. It is a little Isaiah Thomas for the Kings. How about that action? Numbered to 199. Don't pull a whole lot of Isaiah Thomas rookies, and that one is on card as well. So Kings with a nice hit. We're going to follow this up with one of our glass rookies. So I'm putting the white paper behind it so you can see the signature part better. And this is Chris Singleton. Definitely these thicker cards you're going to find all along the edges and corners that there will be varying degrees of chipping and wear. You can see the white spots on them. You know, they're just that way out of the pack, unfortunately. But that is a nice low number hit for the Wizards, numbered to 25 with Chris Singleton. And this, oh, is this one of the, oh, these are cool. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Okay, so here's the deal with this. It flips, right? So there's two different relics on a little, you know, thing that flips. Haha, yeah, right. That's cool. I love these. As you can tell, they amuse me. This is numbered to 75. We have both the Heat and the Grizzlies on here. So here's what will happen. I'm going to set it aside for the moment. We will head over to the spreadsheet at the conclusion of the break. If the same person owns both teams, no worries. If we have two different team owners, I will use random.org to award that. DeMar DeRozan for the Raptors. Next up for the Celtics, we have Timeless Teams insert for Robert Parrish. And a little base card to 299 with Tony Parker and the Spurs. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, we have Tyler Zeller, a big relic, numbered to 49. I was kind of hoping that the Cavaliers were going to take a little different selection than they did in the draft. So, I mean, I don't guess, you know, Cavaliers aren't necessarily my team, but I kind of wanted them to take Colin Sexton, really. Obviously didn't work out that way, but Muggsy who? Bogues, I guess. Why do I not know him? I don't know, but I don't. And it is a Charlotte Hornet sticker autograph, and I am not familiar with that player. I do know Spencer Haywood for the Knicks, and I bet you do too. That is numbered to 299 Timeless Signatures on card autograph. Okay, so before we recap, we've got this fun little card to work with. So once again, Heat and Grizzlies, and if it goes to random, I always put cards in top to bottom or left to right. This obviously is oriented left to right, so it will be typed in as Heat and then Grizzlies if it goes to random. I will hit random 3 different times. The first 2 won't count. It will only be the third and final random that will determine where that card goes. But before we get to that point, let's head over here and make sure that we have 2 different team owners. So the Grizzlies, that would be Danny Za 9, and then our Miami Heat is Phil Rupee. So yeah, that means we got to go to random, which I never like to do. Not that I mind doing the random, it's easy to do. I just don't like to do it because I've been on the losing side of it before and it's no fun. So I always hate when I feel like, you know, somebody doesn't get to take it home, and that's kind of a drag. All right, so there's the Heat and the Grizzlies typed in there. Once again, ignore this first one because we're going 3 times. Ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. And there you will see 3 times our date and time stamp. It comes up as the Miami Heat. So I tell you what we're going to do. If I can find my marker, that is I am going to circle the Heat on the back of this. It's in a sleeve, right? I think everybody would know I wouldn't write on a card, but for the sake of demonstration. So this is awarded to the Heat, and it's numbered to 75. And of course, as you saw, the little piece there in the middle flips, and you can have the relic facing whichever way you want. To 299 for the Knicks is Spencer Haywood. For the Hornets, we have Muggsy Bogues, or however you're supposed to say his last name. Numbered to 49, we have Zeller and the Cavs. Our glass rookie, Chris Singleton, numbered to 25 for the Wizards. Once again, particularly note the chipping on that corner right there, although all four of those corners, front and back, have a little imperfection. For the Sacramento Kings, Isaiah Thomas on card, numbered to 199. And of course, everything else in there was base or numbered base, so that has us wrapped up for Timeless Treasures, which I think, doesn't that roll us into our three-peat box? I'm pretty sure it does. Those are always fun. We get the spreadsheet set up for that. And we're going to see what kind of magic we can pull from this. All right. I know, bills and coins, I'm sorry you didn't hit that one. But you've had pretty good luck tonight, so at least you're not going home empty-handed, right? So once again, I imagine most of you have seen this by now, probably a few times. But you would be surprised, really you would be, at how many times after a break I will get a message that will ask me either when their item is going to ship or what happens because their team didn't hit. So that's why I put it up before every break. And if you've seen it, just hey, ignore it. If you haven't, hopefully you just read it right now while we were talking or while I was talking. All right, so this is 2018 Hit Parade Series 2 3-peat basketball, break number 4. Each one of these boxes will have an autographed basketball jersey, an autographed basketball, and an autographed photograph. So they're always a lot of fun to open. And we're going to be doing some more of these for baseball pretty soon, too. They just came out with a new triple play box. So I've got some of those on order. We also have another box or two of the basketball that we'll roll through here in the days ahead. And I'm going to slightly change our focus for this because some of these items are a little bigger and I need to be able, like the basketball for instance, we need to be able to look at it a little differently. Okay, this makes a lot of noise and I apologize in advance. They use some kind of like cellophane stuff and it's really loud. All right, getting there. I got to fish out the, why don't I see the, oh, I was like, why don't I see our picture? It was stuck up on the side of the box, that's why. Okay, so our photograph is for the Celtics, as you can see, and kind of like, why did he sign like right across his midsection? That's a little weird. Normally you would think they might sign in a slightly different place, but Mr. Sullinger decided that's where he wanted to sign, so there you go. There is a Hollywood Collectibles COA. It's tucked in the back of the top loader that this is in. And so the Celtics hit with a Jared Sullinger midsection signature. That's so unusual. You really don't find them signed there exactly very often. And who do we have here? Piston, perhaps? Or Nick? I don't know. Who is this? All right, this is DA Card World certification. And there's that's our signature. It's also JSA certified, but I don't see a JSA card. There was only a Dave and Adams card in there. It's a Nick, and it is a custom jersey. We don't have any NBA logos on this one. But, like, who is that? Because I was thinking Greg Monroe, but obviously that's not right, because that would have... so is that Earl Monroe, maybe, for the Knicks? Anyway, the jersey we know is the Knicks. dual certified, but once again, you only have the sticker for PSA. There was no PSA authentication card in there, only the Dave and Adams card, but both Dave and Adams and JSA sticker. You can still use that JSA sticker to go onto their website, and when you type in the code that happens to be on that sticker, you will, it'll still pull up all the information. You can see who signed it, the date they signed it, where they signed it, and all that sort of stuff. And this is a Steiner Sports authenticated. It comes in this little carry bag, and you'll get it. I'll get it back in there. They also wrap these up in paper, and I don't really know why, but they do. I don't totally understand the point of that, but anyway. There's some kind of a hologram authentication right there. A giant signature, like he was not playing. So, Willis Reed, I'm going to pick up the camera. We'll get a better look at it as soon as I can get it to set still. Please set still. Okay, well, maybe it's not going to. I'll just hold on to it with one hand. Anyway, so Willis, man, he was... he took up all the space there, so there's no question about that one, about who signed it. And there is your Steiner Sports Certificate of Authenticity. Once again, I believe we saw the hologram on the ball as well. Now, here. Somebody's asking me about the JSA card. No, I didn't see it inside the jersey. You saw me kind of get it out and open it up. That was to see if it was, I thought it was custom, but to make sure, but also to see if the JSA card was in there, and it was not. That doesn't entirely surprise me, to be honest with you. Sometimes when they are dual certified like that, you will find that one or the other of the cards is missing. But again, as long as you have the number that's on the sticker, that's really the important part, because that allows you to go back to their website and look up all of the information, so it will give you everything you need to know. And right now I'm checking to see if Willis Reed played for anybody besides the Knicks, so bear with me. I'm kind of trying to double check this real quick, and it looks like he was always a Knick. All right, so Willis Reed, the signed basketball, which even though I changed the camera angle, still doesn't really give us much of an angle. So there you go. That is for the Knicks, Steiner Sports Authenticated. Of course, our jersey was also for the Knicks. So the Knicks kind of owned this break. And then our autograph photograph was the Celtics. And there went our Steiner Sports. I got to grab that back. Hang on a second. I got to put this back with the basketball. It is all bent up, as you might imagine, because it's been in there with the basketball. So just FYI, your COA, your paper COA is kind of, bent up on that a little bit. So we have one break left to do tonight. That's our autograph bat. That's another one that never fully fits in the frame of the camera. But we'll make it work. We'll figure it out. So once again, expecting this to ship on Friday, because it's another one of our free shipping breaks, which usually go out 6-7 days after an auction ends. If I can get it out to you sooner than that, I will, but use Friday as a reference and be happily surprised if I get it to you sooner. Consolation card for this and every other thing that we broke tonight. If you did not pull anything, your trading card for the consolation can be from any year, any series. I track it for a rolling 90-day period, typically going to ship with your next package that goes out the door. If you want it sent separately sooner, track me down, let me know, shoot me a message, we'll work it out. 2018 Hit Parade Series 16 Autograph Baseball Bat, break number 1. Broke some of these in 2017, but this is the first one that I have brought in for 2018. I don't really know why, I don't know, we've been busy doing other stuff, and I just didn't. And sometimes, too, it depends on who's in it. Like, sometimes I look at them, and I'm kind of trying to decide, like, what do I think about it? Because they never give you a full checklist. You guys probably are familiar with how Hit Parade does these things. I'm going to probably cut my hand off. Hang on a minute. Let me see if there's a better... I need a better way to do this. I'm running into everything, but I think I need to try to do it right-handed anyway and not cut my hand off. So Hit Parade never gives us a full accounting of what's in any given 100-box set, but what they will do is give us some idea, right? They'll put on there some pictures and list some names and that sort of stuff. Uh-oh, what have I got happening here? And so I will look through that usually and try to figure out what I think as to whether or not we want to buy it. Okay, so there is the signature. There's a JSA authentication card in there with it. I'm not going to take it out of the plastic. It tells us on the lid here who that is. And honestly, I know that player's name, but I do not remember who that player played for. Okay, so let me look that up for a second. I have kind of a thought, but I think it's a wrong thought. I was thinking, is it Astros? And then I thought pretty much immediately, no, I don't think it's the Astros. So I'm looking it up. Just hold on here for a second. Let's see if I can find it real quickly. I don't know why I can't remember it better, but I can't. Okay, so we have the 3 years for the Cubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years for the Rangers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years for the Orioles. And here's another 6, 7, 8, 9. That makes 10 years for the Rangers. And then 2 more for the Orioles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's Rangers. There's 10 for the Rangers, 6 for the Orioles, and then however many I said for the Cubs a minute ago. So Texas Rangers have the longest length of service. Of course, this is a retired player. And again, as you guys know, all the information about how that sort of thing works, if they're retired, if it's a college uniform, blah, 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 all at the bottom of the listing down there in those special circumstances areas. Somewhere on here, I thought we'd have a JSA sticker. I don't really see the sticker, but there, let me shake this down. There's the card anyway. I'm not going to take it out of the plastic. So it'll come to you in that same tube that I got it in. I'm going to leave it in this plastic bag. And Texas Rangers, you have a full-size bat coming to you. Bills and Coins, you said you got your baseballs today. That's awesome. I'm glad. They got there quickly, didn't they? Because I feel like I just shipped those yesterday. I guess it must have been later than yesterday, but it just seemed like yesterday. So that's it for tonight. That is all of our breaks. I scheduled it an all-free shipping night, which is always fun to do those. And before I sign off, I will one more time put up the spreadsheet information. I can't imagine anybody's missed it by now, but hey, I'm always surprised. So just better safe than sorry. There it is one more time if you didn't see it, with the info about the shipping dates and the consolation cards. And here again is the stuff that we're going to be breaking over the next few days. A lot of memorabilia mixed in here over the next few days. And then, of course, Sunday and Monday both breaking some more Series 2 baseball out of a hobby case instead of the jumbo case. Not going to break anything on Tuesday. That's going to be a catch-up day for me. Then Wednesday, all kinds of new stuff comes out. Inception Baseball, Encased Basketball, Elite Football, all come out Wednesday, breaking Wednesday. Stadium Club Baseball comes out Wednesday, but we're not going to break it until Thursday. The Gold Rush Value Pack Baseball actually came out this past Friday, and guess what? I forgot to list it. I forgot I had it. Yeah, I did. So we're going to break it on Thursday as well. On Friday, that's when we get Museum Collection Baseball. We will break some of that on Friday along with some of our other things that came out on Wednesday. So we're going to have a very busy middle to end of the week next week with lots of exciting new stuff coming out. I'm particularly looking forward to Encased Basketball because I love the Encased brand, the product. It's going to be similar to Encased Football, of course. And then Elite Football, because it's going to be our rookies finally in their NFL uniforms for the first time. So So, pretty awesome about that. All of that is good. And Bills and Coins says, oh, you live in Tennessee. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's why it got to you so quickly. You're just right below me down there in the volunteer state. So, no wonder it sped over to you so quickly. But I'll tell you this, okay? It has been the case before where I have sent something within like the same city I live in, and it doesn't even get there in a day or two. In fact, once somebody was maybe in a city that's maybe an hour from here, okay? And before they got their package, somebody in the post office somehow or another had it up in like Rhode Island and some other crazy place, and it had to work its way all back down through. It took them like 10 days to get it. I could have driven it to their house in an hour. It took 10 days for the post office to get it to them. So kind of you never know. But anyway, Tennessee is pretty close. So I think that has got us wrapped up for this evening. So thank you once again, everybody, for joining the break tonight. I hope you're having an enjoyable weekend, a pleasant weekend. And I'll be back at it tomorrow night. And if I don't see you then, I hope I will see you again soon. So take care now. Bye-bye.